Kevin, it's a 2-2 draw this evening at Royston, a result that didn't look like it was coming with 85 minutes on the clock, but a bit of a late collapse, unfortunately. And but from the look on your face, that's very definitely feels like 2 points thrown away.
I think without doubt, you look at how we've got ourselves into a fantastic position, going into half time. Lots of moments and opportunities come along in the second period, and to not go and score a third goal and put the game to bed and give yourself that cushion, and then disappointing the naivety that we show to give Royston an opportunity to come into it. Fair play, we've sat a little bit deep, and we should have squeezed higher and continued. I know it's difficult on that surface, but it's difficult for both sides, and I just disappointed for the people that have travelled all this way, that spent good money. They should have been seeing a victory tonight, and when you don't, and you allow the opposition some encouragement going towards the end of the game away from home, you have to understand how ruthless you need to be in those moments and situations. And unfortunately, too many of our players weren't able to understand it and see us over the line, and it is disappointing. Yeah, we've been on a decent run, and the disappointment of Saturday, when lots of positives about that. It's a great opportunity for us tonight, and certainly being in that position, it does hurt when you don't close it out.
Sure. You spoke the other day about the fact that we don't score scruffy goals. The 2 goals that Royston scored tonight are admittedly probably quite scruffy goals, but they all count, don't they?
Yeah, they all mean the same thing, don't they? However the ball ends up in the back of the net. I think our second goal's a little bit scruffy, maybe a little bit fortuitous, but you look at how many times we've got in good moments in that second period, and again not had that ruthless edge to go and stick the ball in the back of the net. Near misses are not good enough. You've got to score those chances and opportunities and take the game away from opposition. Again, the same thing. First period on Saturday, we've got to score those chances and take the game away from the opposition, and make it harder for teams. But we have had a good run. There's no doubt about that, and the lads are good lads and very honest lads. But like I say, they need to understand the nasty nature you need to show in games to be able to close them out and win them and take all 3 points, and certainly away from home. When you give any opposition encouragement away from home, like we have done, and periods are there, we've got to hold on. They end up getting their tails up, and it's not over until it's over, and it's just so disappointing to leave it so late. That some of the choices we made deep into injury time are pretty poor, and I'd expect better of certain players.
Sure. You made light of the conditions quite early on, actually. I mean, we arrived here, and I think we were all looking at the pitch with a degree of suspicion, but I mean, the way the team played in the first half, it was fairly dominant, I thought. But just in the second half, and say without that third goal, it's allowed Royston that little bit of feeling that there might be something there for them.
Exactly that. They've had a lot of the ball in front of us later in the second half, and Brandon hasn't had to make a save. We've done. We've been comfortable in the game, and they haven't opened us up at all. And people have done all right, but all right's not good enough. You've got to see it through. You've got to put an extra goal on the board and make sure that Royston aren't allowed any encouragement. Unfortunately, we didn't do that, and with the sloppy first goal, the tails are up at that stage, and you're gonna have to defend, and the conditions are difficult, and anything can happen. And then we're not cleared the moment for the equaliser is really disappointing. But look, I continue to try to improve players and improve us as a group, and we have to dust ourselves down and go again Saturday.
Sure. Conditions did look fairly heavy out there, and I think did look to be sapping the energy out of the legs of a few. And did you give any thoughts to any further substitutions? I think you brought Byron Moore on. Yeah,
it's under consideration, but probably as experienced a side as almost we had available to us, other than probably Jared going in there. I will be criticised for not making changes, but with the greatest respect, it's one of those, isn't it? If it ends up like it does, if we close it out and win 2-1, then everything's okay. If we don't, then clearly, I expect the finger to be pointed at me. That's what'll happen. But you think there's enough experience out there to understand the moment situation and what to do in those situations. And I'm a little bit more than cheesed off, as you can tell, that we haven't quite seen it over the line.
Kevin, we appreciate your time. Thanks
Thank you.
very much.